Hello friends, welcome to another edition of Remnant Informer Presents. Did we forget something? Alright, this is a rebuttal to a video called 7-Day Adventist SDA Arrested for Committing Lewd Acts with the Child. And this is by OC Catholic. And this is just really for OC Catholic. And again, I want to make sure you know I'm going to say this in the most respectful manner as possible. And whatever you got to say on the subject is respectful as well. You seem like a respectable individual. You know, we may not agree with each other, but we can at least be respectful to each other. And you continue to show that, and I appreciate it. But I want to talk about your video, 7-Day Adventist Arrested for Committing Lewd Acts with a Child. And it was talking about a principal who was by the name of Daniel Edwin Weston, who committed lewd acts with children. Now, the reason I called the title, Did We Forget Something? Now, I just want you to make sure you know. Now, in the title, in the video, he said, we ate crow because of this. And I'm guessing you're referring that we always say something about the Roman Catholic Church, which they have numerous accounts of priests doing lewd acts and more with children in that organization. And it's just numerous. Now, not that I'm trying to make this sound or making an excuse or whatever, but this is only one account. And truthfully, we're all eating crow when this happens in the church. We're all eating crow, whatever organization you belong to, because this shouldn't happen to any children, period. But the key word here is that he was arrested. That is the key word. And there was one event prior to numerous events in the Roman Catholic Church where hardly any of these priests are being arrested. So you even say in your comment section, arrested. On the video you say he was arrested. And the thing about it is, you got these numerous priests in the Catholic Church. Nothing happens to them. The Pope even goes as far as covering it up. Nothing gets done. There's been instances where they just get moved to another church where they could do the same thing. There's an individual, there's a documentary out on that. I'll put it in the comment box because his name escapes me. But he was a pedophile. He continued to do these acts. But he got to the point they never did anything to him or took him out of the church. He got to the point he had to remove his own self because he knew he would have kept on doing it. That's bad when he had to remove his own self. And he admitted completely what he did in the documentary. And he said he had to remove his own self, and that's bad. But like I said, we all eat crow in any church. It ain't like it can't happen in a 7-Day Adventist church. I'm sure there's been other incidents it's happened. In every church it's happened. You know, but the key word is arrest, and that the Roman Catholic Church continues to overlook what's going on. You know, prayer is one thing by the Pope, but the thing about it is, if the Pope is supposed to be the representative of y'all's church, he needs to do more and just talk about it. He needs to do something about it. Now, if he needs to get them arrested, he needs to have them removed. They shouldn't even preach. And there's just too many accounts of that being happening. And see, in this 7-Day Adventist principle, I don't even know if he's really a 7-Day Adventist or just employed by the 7-Day Adventist school. I'll look into that later. I'm not real sure. But he was arrested. And he was arrested by civil authorities. And I think the Roman Catholic Church priests that commit these acts of pedophilia to these children should be arrested by civil authorities. It shouldn't be handled by the church. If people in other organizations get arrested, you had a whole group of Mormons by Warren Jeff. He was arrested, and a whole group was just rounded up over a deal like that. And I discussed that in a video at one time. So you need to ask yourself. Now, don't get me wrong. I'm not trying to disrespect you. You need to ask yourself what's going on with your church. I'm sure you can't stomach that. I mean, honestly, you can't sit there and say that is right. You know, this is children involved. This goes beyond being a 7 Day Adventist. This goes beyond being a Roman Catholic Church member. This is children being involved, and something needs to be done. In my opinion, I can't see how the Pope uses the term Vicar of Christ, God's representative on earth, which means he's supposed to represent Christ. He's supposed to be a successor of what they call the first Pope, Peter. You know, and allowed this to go on. I mean, he's not living up to the standard if that's the case. Now, I again, don't get me wrong. I'm not trying to disrespect you, but you need to take heed into account of what's going on. Now, what the principal did was wrong, completely wrong, and he should be arrested and should be prosecuted to the full extent of the law. Just as well as those Roman Catholics should be prosecuted to the full extent of the law and not handed out money to the victims to make them shut up about it. And if nobody can understand what I'm saying here, I'm sorry, but the thing about it is that's the truth of the matter. And I pray to God that these children that had this happen to them at the SDA church and even the Roman Catholic Church, I pray for them. I pray for them victims, because it's sad and it's very disturbing that this even happens. And it seems that you used this video just to like say, here, it happened in y'all's church too. Well, of course it's going to happen in our church. It's going to happen in every church. But the bigger account is, let's get real, is in the Roman Catholic Church, and the key word is arrest. And I made that point in every video, whether it be a Baptist, a Mormon, if it happens in those churches, including our own, that something gets done about it, that they get arrested. Now, if anybody's free to respond on the video, but let's try to keep it in a Christian manner as possible. And anything outside of this video won't be heard except for the individual I was discussing with, and that's COC Catholic. And if he wants to make a video rebuttal to this, that's fine. But until next time, thanks for watching. As always, I stand by the word. God bless.